This ain't gonna come out right. Bikun ta purmatlu. Good day guys, I'm yours truly, the original Spikey D.
And I'm yours truly, Fee.
And welcome to another edition of a Trini Reaction 2. As you know, this is place where we feature the best in foreign language song, dance and film out of India and Asia. Now today, what we will be doing, we are not going to do a trailer reaction, we're not going to do a scene or anything like that. We're going to do a movie review.
Yay!
Yes, it's our first movie review.
Yeah.
And we're going to be discussing our thoughts and tell you how we feel about the film Master.
Yes.
As you know, we recently did the trailer reaction to it. It is on Amazon Prime. It dropped on January 29th.
Yeah.
Now, right after we did the trailer reaction, we both went our separate ways. She went home. I was already
Yeah,
home.
because I was excited.
Yes, and we saw the film on the same night that it was on Amazon Prime. So guys, this is our little thoughts and our expression, and we want to express what we thought about the film. This is my fourth film I have seen with Thalapathy Vijay. You have seen
It's
any?
my third.
Right, great. So we are looking at the stuff that we are reacting to, and we just wanted you all to know that we are not just watching trailers and songs and dance.
Yeah, we're not looking at the movies
for the
anything
sake
like
of
that.
just the views and all that. No,
Yeah.
we really want to experience and enjoy the content that India is producing in terms
and
of
what
cinema.
you guys love.
Right, so just before we get into our little thoughts, we won't be long. We just want to share our thoughts. We just want to remind, for those who may not know about Master, it is a Tamil language film. It is out of the Tamil Nadu industry there.
Yes.
It stars Thalapathy Vijay, a mega superstar, and Vijay Sethupathi, who's an awesome performer.
Wow, he did an
And
exceptional
I thought
job.
the director Lokesh Kanagaraj and music by Anirudh Chanda.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the film was successful at the box office. It's already grossed over 245 crores and counting. Right? So
Wow.
I'm really happy for the production team and for
Yeah.
all those who would have
Worked on this film.
and especially the producers who really
Yeah.
pumped the money into
Yeah.
making a film that they would have gotten back some sort of profit and reward, especially in this COVID time.
Exactly.
Right?
They
Now, with that
deserve it.
said, I'm going to ask you now, what is her experience and thoughts, initial overview feeling after you saw the film?
I loved it, of course.
Yeah.
I saw two strong characters
Yeah.
on that screen. Hello, Vijay, Thalapathy Vijay played JD.
JD,
Yeah.
Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels.
No, but it's not really Jack. It's John Duraj or something.
Yeah, and then of course Bhavani, which was played by
Vijay Sethupathi.
my God.
Goodness, yeah.
I
But how you
hated
felt,
him.
before you get into that, how you felt about the film?
I just loved the film. I loved the overall. The songs were beautiful. The setting, the storyline was very appropriate for me.
Yeah.
Social ills, the sadness, why these children were in this.
But how you feel about the
And
film? I'm
was
trying to get how you feel.
I was so emotional at the end of this film. I went through all
Because
emotions.
we will discuss all of that thereafter.
I went through all emotions in this movie.
Yeah, well, overall, my overall view is an entertaining film. I
Yeah.
strongly recommend if anybody wants to see a good entertaining film.
Yeah.
It's a good action-packed film.
If you want to go through emotions.
Yeah. Definitely check it out. So my simple thoughts on the film: it's an entertaining film, and
Yeah.
you definitely
It was.
would checking out.
Yeah.
The songs are great.
Wow.
The composer Anirudh Ravichanda did an awesome job with
Yeah.
the thing. The action looked amazing.
It was good.
And a great story. It wasn't too complicated or anything like that.
No, it was
it
a
was a
basic
simple story,
story.
basic story, and which
Yeah.
was good for the film.
Yeah,
Right.
it was, yeah.
Now to get into what you were trying to say before, we just in terms of the acting, how did you felt about the acting?
I never saw Vijay
Sethupathi, yeah.
in any movie.
Right.
I hated him completely. That's how good he was.
Yeah.
He was so dark. Of course, every person, individual, have their own experiences, and we saw his experience in the show. Why he?
Well, I
how
don't want to
he
get into the
was.
story in terms of the acting. That's all
But
I'm
his
asking.
acting was exceptional.
Yeah.
And I thought that he was so dark and evil that in the end, how he died, he deserved it.
Yeah. Okay. We may touch on a little bit of spoilers. So spoiler alert, guys. If you haven't seen the film, go check it out, and you can come back and
Yeah.
look at this review. I thought the acting was phenomenal by both actors.
Yeah.
Supati was amazing. He stole the show for me.
Yeah.
Thalapathy Vijay looked amazing, charismatic, looked large and big. The director gave him so much emphasis in this film, and both of them was solid in their performance, and for just both of them alone, the film is worth a watch.
Yeah, because I mean, you're seeing Thalapathy Vijay, professor, very successful, but then he is a alcoholic.
Yeah, in terms of the character, but I don't want to get into the character. That we're trying to break it down into something, right?
He did a good job of what he was doing.
Okay, good. Now we're going to go into the music. What you thought about the music?
Well, hello. What was the first song? That
Vati Kamen was the first musical item number. But it really wasn't a song because it didn't really have lyrics.
It was a song. It was that musical of Vati Kamen. That whole presentation of the master is coming to this school was exceptionally done.
Yeah.
And even his song, Kuchi Story, and it was nicely done. Everything
I thought that the
background music, everything, the drama music was really good.
Yeah, I thought that the songs on them was well placed.
Yeah.
It deserved to be where it was in the story.
Yes.
None of the songs felt out of place. And oftentimes in Indian cinema, and in a lot of the Indian films that we have seen in the past, is that you have a song for a song's sake. But in this case, it wasn't, and I guess that is why they described it as a musical, because the songs felt that it deserved to be where it was.
Yeah, and that Kuti Story, that beat kept coming back in between in certain fight scenes, in certain scenes you were hearing that.
Yeah.
And
the overall score of the film,
yeah,
in terms of the background songs, was amazing.
It kept reminding you of this Kuti Story, that music that went with it.
Right. Now, in terms of the story now, in terms of, I know you was trying to say, but I want to break it down in a place because we don't want to be all over the place.
All over the place, yeah.
Right. So, in terms of the two characters in the thing, how did you feel about how the film went about with these two characters?
They built them very nicely. At the end of it, you saw the one was fighting for justice, and the other one was just fighting to keep his throne.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, boy. I thought, if the show started off where Bhavani, right, who was played, as you said, by Vijay Sethupathi, amazing.
Yeah, boy.
Just amazing.
Yeah.
This guy looked thoroughly engaging. When he came on screen, he was engaged in what he was saying because he's vicious, he is mean. But when the film first started, you felt sorry for the guy because they showed him what the film did, right? In the initial stage of the film, they showed you when he was younger.
And the beatings and everything that he went through.
And the stuff that he went through.
Yeah.
And did you feel pity for him?
I did. I felt sorry. Like, why this child is going through this?
Yeah. But then it swiftly changed into him becoming real mean and nasty.
Evil.
He was evil, and he played that role exceptional. There's one scene in this film I thought was hilarious when he went and he started to auction.
Oh my God.
The death of the street man.
I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah. But what do you thought about Vijay Thalapathy's character?
I think he played a character which was very interesting because, I mean, a professor.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're a drunk.
Yeah.
And then because you had your demons, and I'm not sure if it really nailed it for me, like why he was going through what he was going through.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that
because
after.
in the end it was a big kicks in the end of the film. But at the end of it, I really felt it for him because he had his turning moment when these two boys were murdered.
Yeah,
right?
Actually, they were brutally murdered, and that scene in the film was the turning point for his character. Yeah,
because that's when he came out of his slum.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. Yeah. And he decided, hey, I need to put this together.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the mom, the mother in the prison, she beat her chest in.
Wow, boy, that was heartbreaking.
I cried during that scene. And then he had to go through what he was going through because he realized these boys were trying to...
Yeah, there's a point in the film, right, where
he was the master.
He now went into the reform. He accepted the job. And, he's trying to be friends with these guys. And I love how he went about doing it initially. He didn't force them or anything. He just let them be because they didn't like him. They didn't want him there. But these two young boys, and what about that letter? They wrote a letter.
Yes.
It's so emotional. That part of the film really was, to me, the most engaging in the film because you saw his vulnerability after the fact.
It tormented him.
Yeah, and you as the viewer, you would feel very emotional thing when you see what happened to those two boys, which was important for the film and important for Thalapathy, for JD's character, for JD to make that transition.
Yeah, for him to transition, yeah, because he needed that
Yeah.
to wake up.
My only issue with his character, though, and I think you alluded to it, is that we didn't really get to see. Whereas in Supathi's character, you
We knew.
saw. No, but you
Yeah.
saw the transition. You know why
Yeah.
he became what he is, regardless if you agree with it or not.
Yeah.
In terms of Thalapathy's
Vijay, it's
character,
still
for JD, we're not sure. We heard him say something. He says he can't sleep and he can't cry, hence the reason why he drinks so much, so that he can sleep.
Yeah.
But we were never told why. We never saw why he was so loved by the school.
Yeah.
Because in the first half of the film, these kids loved him and
They loved
adored him.
Yes. But he was attached to some teacher at this school, and then he learned, and then when the teacher died, I think the principal of the school was relating that story to one of the characters in the movie.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know why it is he became a drunk.
Yeah. So that's that.
Unless
but that's
if I missed it.
No, I don't think so, because I felt the same way about that
I
part. But it didn't. Now understand
take
this.
away from
it
the
did
film.
ruin from the experience of
But
the film.
I wanted to know, why is he
Yeah. So,
drinking
now
at
this-
6 o'clock? At
Yeah.
6 o'clock, he goes down to his
Yeah.
bottle.
No, but now the film is a pretty long film, and I thought it didn't need to be that long.
I think it was 30 minutes too long,
Yeah. So
honestly.
so with that said, now how did you feel about the women characters in it?
I still think that the girl, I would call her the person of interest, who spent out,
Yeah.
she could have had more.
Yeah.
I was disappointed. I find that I have seen a few
And
certain films.
we will talk about it.
Sadly, the women characters are not really showing much substance.
Yeah.
They're not really having a lead role. I think when I saw Dersham, the mother role was nicely played. I saw a lot of the mother role.
Yeah.
But compared to the other movies that I have seen, I have not seen
Yeah.
much.
And now the thing about it, right? Now, as I said, it doesn't take away from the experience of the
No, it
film.
doesn't.
We enjoy the film. It's a
Yeah.
good film. You would enjoy it. It's really entertaining. But when we remember, we must give our little take on how we and what we didn't like. What I didn't like about the film, or I dislike the least about the film, is that they could have given more
To her.
to her and to the other woman.
Exactly.
Now, there was an action scene in the film
Yeah.
where
She
one
was
of the
being chased,
girls
yeah.
got a little bit, but then the director take that away from her and give it back to Vijay's character.
Yeah.
And now it didn't ruin the film, as I said, but we could have I was just satisfied seeing her shooting those arrows and destroying it.
Oh my God, she looked so amazing, and
Yeah,
I
and
was
the-
disappointed when she fell.
You know, but that's
Because
alright.
He
But
had to pull her up.
no, that's okay.
I know, but I want to see more.
Yeah,
Oh.
but I would have loved if her was the one who was doing the finishing touching.
Yes.
But I guess that's the problem when you're dealing with a superstar.
You need to keep his character.
Yeah. I think
super.
sometimes directors get tied up in trying to keep that for the fan base.
Yes.
But I don't think that if they have just let her
Go a little longer.
go a little longer in the shot and let him keep driving and let her keep shooting those
Yeah,
arrows,
boy.
that it would have
But
taken away
those-
from
that
JD's.
few shots of her.
Yeah,
Woo!
but I would admit this, she did get a grand entrance.
She did, and she was like, and she raised up.
yeah. When she
and the
came up,
slow-mo,
yeah,
and
it
she
was
like,
good. Yeah,
"You're gonna
I just
shoot."
wish that it could have been
She
longer
should
and
have
just
put some
left it with
fire
her.
on that arrow and just start going fire.
Yeah, and also the romance part didn't really play out much.
I
It
don't
didn't really
think
have a
it
reward.
really was a romance part of it, because
Yeah.
I don't call that a romance in
Yeah.
my...
No, but this is what I'm saying. But there are women characters that was introduced in the film, and you felt that they didn't need it to be in the film because they didn't have no resolution or really any depth in it. And I guess this is why the film could have been shorter if it had taken out that, because it didn't give you a reward in the end.
Yeah, it didn't. You
So
didn't
therefore,
see-
if you have taken out all that, the film could have been shorter, and you could have still have that same awesome two characters going against each other.
Because when she was reintroduced into the film, I'm talking about the person of interest now, the one who was checking
Yeah.
out Vijay. I was like, oh right, you're in the movie.
Yeah, but the woman, and she's the same one who told him off in the
Yes.
in the station.
Kurucha, what's her name? Is it
I
Kurucha?
can't remember,
Some
guys.
name with the letter C.
Yeah, but She
But
did have a powerful moment there.
I thought that was her
That was her
most,
moment.
impressive
Impactful moment in terms of the
movie.
film, yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, great, wonderful. Now we're gonna wrap up very soon, guys, because it's already
on
a
15
while.
minutes,
Yeah.
yeah.
But so in terms of the action,
Oh my God, now I understand why they were saying we want the jail fight scene, we want the bus fight scene, we
Yeah.
want the train fight scene, we want this fight scene. I love the ending.
oh my God, we don't we will get there, but we will get to that I didn't expect it, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't rush it, right? Yeah, but the action was good. What I loved about this film in terms of the action, there was no gun scene in this.
No!
There was no guns in this. It was just hand-to-hand combat, and usually in Southern cinema you get a lot of over-the-top action. It didn't feel over-the-top.
No.
No, there
That's the
were
thing.
over-the-top stuff in it because
Yes.
when Supati character, when Bhavani hit you a cough, you don't survive it, you pitch.
Because they kept showing you the slow-mo and
Yeah.
that, and you know he's gonna die, somebody's gonna die.
Yeah, but it didn't felt over the top, and I enjoyed that.
It was. I enjoyed the fight scene, and I thought the sequence was
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah, now we're gonna come to the last fight scene between these two awesome dudes. What you thought about the last fight scene?
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was good. It was not.
They really went at it, boy.
Yeah. Now the thing is, Bhavani, right? That played by we said Vijay Sethupathi. He's a big dude, right? He's not as quick as Thalapathy
yes.
Vijay and for GD, right?
Yeah.
GD's correct, right? So you find that they give a lot of like the kicking and the swift movement by the director played it well because you couldn't get that from Bhavani. He's too big.
No, you couldn't.
So they made him strong with his cuffs, with
and
his
they
punches.
made Thalapathy more flexible
Swift
and swag.
which he naturally
and
is.
he was swag with the fighting. He was
Yeah.
real swag because he was like,
Yeah, boy. It was the
Yeah, bring
it was
it.
they went at it, guys.
Yeah,
they really went at it.
that was awesome.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Now we're gonna ask you. I know what you're gonna say. I want to hear your thoughts. When he was on the floor, Bhavani that is, and JD went and they were having this conversation, and he offered him the role of, well, we could get into politics and we can team up. What happened next? Did you expect that? Be honest.
No.
No way, Adrian.
No.
Tell them what happened.
No, you tell them what happened.
JD just takes up Bhavani and pelts him across and stick him up in this thing, like where you put meats like
Because it was a slaughterhouse.
yeah. I totally didn't expect him
You
to
just lift him up and pelt him and tell
yeah,
him
but
just leave
that's
him.
to tell you the amount of hurt he felt when those two boys.
Because he saw his envision the boys.
Yeah, but apart from the after the boys, remember his friends from the school, they were killed also.
Hey, we didn't talk about that. That was totally unexpected.
Yeah, and when that happened, boy, he got angry. That's when he said in the trailer,
That was,
I will
you know,
slice you and dice
That
you
was
and
the
pieces.
real nastiness for Bhavani. I wanted him dead.
Yeah,
and
boy.
I think he didn't die.
And you felt for JD. You felt sorry for him. You felt
He
that hurt for
went
him.
after the man's students.
Yeah, boy, it was fabulous.
That was really horrific.
Yeah.
How dare you? He went at the closest thing to the man.
Yeah.
He didn't have a wife or anything.
But these
Those
kids,
were his family.
yeah, because those kids really loved him, and you saw that in the beginning of the
Yeah,
film.
that was the family.
Yeah, because they had this like ceremony in the beginning of the film, and the kids supposed to take part of it, and they didn't want it. It was not being taken part because they suspended GD because he chased down some political
Yeah.
sons, and because they was being mean to girls,
Yeah.
and he totally whooped their ass.
Oh, by the way, I was right. It was about some election.
Yes, oh yes. If you look at our review, we both had similar things that was in the film.
Yeah,
we got it
yeah.
right for once.
Yeah, we did because I know I saw election, but I thought it was general election, not
Yeah.
knowing it was a school board election.
Yeah, it was a good film,
was
guys.
interesting.
It has I don't know if we probably left out some stuff. Oh, before we go, the dancing. What do you think about the dancing?
Hey, you see Vati come in?
Yeah, boy. Oh my.
I can't. Well, should we tell them?
No, but they would have seen it already because this this dropping
but if
after
you didn't
those
see
things.
it's there.
Right, guys. Now, what you all need to know is that we will not be doing any reaction to any scenes of the film because we have seen the film and we have done our
And we have
thoughts
seen
on the
all
film.
the fight scenes.
Yeah. So we have seen it already. So we're not going to do reacting because we'll just be lying to you guys reacting to something we already
But
seen.
I enjoyed being part of this film because India and the opening of this film was at the same time. So we
Yeah.
were all.
It's
looking
glad
at
to
this
be with
movie
something new because a lot of stuff that we do
together
sometimes might be a bit
with
older.
you. Yeah, because it's not like we're seeing it a year after. We're seeing it on the same time with you guys.
Yeah.
So that was so nice to know that you all were watching and we were
Yeah.
watching.
Okay, time to wrap up because it's a pretty long video. No, you're not saying bye yet. So the general consensus is that what would you rate this film as? If you were to give it between 1 and 10, what would you rate it as?
I would give it a 9.
A 9?
A 9.5 because excellent acting, excellent directing, great storyline, beautiful
generous.
fighting, beautiful music. I take away the 0.5 because it was 30 minutes too long.
All right. Woo. All right. I'm not that generous, guys. I'm
9.5.
leaning with my reviews and my rating. So I will give this a. Oh, guys, you're gonna hate me for this one. A 7.5 out of 10. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
One, the character of JD didn't flesh out properly for me.
Okay.
Although it did have a change, so I'm not going to complain too much. There was a change. The character did have its arc. The woman should have featured more in the film.
That's true.
The film was a bit too long, right? But so I give it a 7. But that's a high rating. That's a very good rating. All right, guys. So sorry if I disappointed you with
I
that.
just love the movie.
But in terms of entertainment value, is a 10 out of 10. But overall, as a film, I give it a 7.5
Vijay is my
out of
top
10.
3.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for stopping by and checking out our rant. This is our short take on our movie review. First review together on a Trini reaction.
Yeah.
We hope that you guys.
First of many.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because we try to see more films, we will do more reviews. And if you suggest stuff to us to check out and we do watch it, we will give
check
you
it out.
our thoughts. We are not experts, but we just tell you how we feel about a film.
Yeah.
And we are not offending anyone. This is a good film.
Yeah.
I am a bit tough on my on how I judge a film. She's a bit lighthearted in how she judge her film. So, all right, guys, that's at the end of it. Let's go. How would you usually say? I lost it now.
I do.
Anyway, guys, wherever you guys are in the world, we hope you're safe. We hope you remain in good health. We'll see you in our
Right,
next
that's
video.
what we say.
Do take care and peace out.
Bye.
Bye.